Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Ever since I got back, I've been researching about this. What's been going on? Trying to figure out what the heck is happening, right? So I have some information on what's going on, right? After quite a few days of staying up late and trying to figure out and researching it, I found some stuff. And I wrote it down all here, on page, 2 page, 3 page. I wrote it down, right? So here's some stuff I found. First of all, in early 1975, right? The government eminent domain a big old plot of land not that far from here, right? A big old plot of land. Well, from what I found, that plot of land, the eminent domain, seems to be where the government, where the old base was that we went to, because everything points to that piece of land they did being that, because there aren't any other government facilities really nearby, not to the sort of scale and mention in newspaper article, because it makes mention to how big it is. It's a real big area. And there aren't any sort of military bases, Air Force bases, National Guard, or anything like that in our area. And this one was from 1975, and it mentions it being in this general facility. And the size it mentions is about the size of military base with me. We were at it. And so that's the only thing that leads me to say that's what it is. We're dealing with that, right? We're dealing with that, right? And so that's so clearly the government eminent domain a large portion of land and then use that land to build a military base. And also, I found some mentions, a few small articles around around the same time later on in 1975, and particularly the November and December issues and the January issues of the newspaper of 76 of radios acting up, how radios would be broadcasting normal, but then they would just cut the static, or they would play very high frequency sounds that hurt their ears. And this is weird, right? Playing high frequency sounds that hurt your ears, radio suddenly cutting the static, it kind of sounds like what I was dealing with, right? And there's some more. They pick up back in June, and August, and July too, of course, of 76. And they also report radios cutting out the static or high pitched noises, and it seems to be mostly near where the military base was. And actually notes, and a lot of it notes that, a lot of it seems to be, and it gives notes of where these happen at most frequently. Newspaper it notes off where these events most happen at, which means, and looking at them, a lot of them are from the neighborhoods and boroughs near where the military base is at. Henceforth, this is whatever's been happening. This has been going on for a long, long time. And I got another page here. And also, there was an old mental ward nearby, just a few miles, about 5 miles over there was a mental ward. Now, in January 76, the mental ward shut down, and a lot of the mental patients, they got transferred to somewhere else, but we don't know where they got transferred to. They just transferred somewhere. Now, we don't know if it was group homes, we don't know if it was somewhere. They got transferred somewhere. And it mentions this on January 22nd. The Pendleton Times talks about it. Where did they go? I think that has something to do with that. Because the thing is, the reason why I'm saying this, why those Pendleton patients have something to do with that, because if you know about MK Ultra, which lasted from the 60s, throughout the 60s and into 73, and it got exposed in 75. So I would say this is too far off. This could be some sort of continuation of MK Ultra. Think about it, really. It's the only logical standpoint we have here, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. That whatever that was, it was some kind of continuation of the MK Ultra. That's my current running theory. Think about it. The mental ward got shut down. Mental patients were transferred somewhere. We don't know where they were transferred to at all. And the radio signals, that's just like what I was dealing with. And they were doing it, so clearly been doing this for the 70s. Something led them to shut it down. What? I don't know. That's all I gotta say, really. Well, I'll be back with you with some more information soon enough. That's all.